Hey there, everyone. It's GG Sober Sun. November 2nd. I have faith. That thing that makes the world seem right. That thing that makes sense at last. That awareness of the divine principle in the universe which holds it all together and gives it unity and purpose and goodness and meaning. Life is no longer ashes in my mouth or bitter to the taste. It is all one glorious whole, because God is holding it together. Faith, that leap into the unknown, the venture into what lies beyond our ken, that which brings untold rewards of peace and serenity. Have I faith? Meditation for the day. Keep yourself like an empty vessel for God to fill. Keep pouring out yourself to help others so that God can keep filling you up with His Spirit. The more you give, the more you will have for yourself. God will see that you are kept filled as long as you are giving to others. But if you selfishly try to keep all for yourself, you are soon blocked off from God, your source of supply, and you will become stagnant. To be clear, a lake must have an inflow and outflow. And I agree with that to a certain extent, and I think sometimes the language in this book gets a little too, I think the word is esoteric. There's really nothing to hang your hat on because it gets a little too pious sounding, it's sort of really kind of religious and almost theoretical, when I think the simplicity of the spiritual program of action in AA is that it's relationship with the God of your understanding, and that's where you start your understanding of who God is. And if you have a concept of God that is keeping you from God, then we can adjust that. And that's not taboo within AA. In fact, it's encouraged. It's like, well, that doesn't work for you? Well, get rid of that. You don't have to get rid of everything. And it's kind of like, I had kind of a negative experience with the God of my understanding growing up, and it wasn't so much the God of my understanding. I was trying to grasp the God of other people's understanding, and other people's understanding was a harsh and punishing God, and that misunderstanding pushed me away. I allowed it to push me away because I thought, well, they're the experts, and if that's the way it is, then I fail. And if I fail, then I'm going to hell. And if I'm going to hell, the best thing I can do is numb out, sedate myself in some form or another. And, and I found that to be kind of fun, in the beginning, or at least what I thought was fun. My concept of fun has changed over the years, necessarily. And so until that became its own hell on earth, just negativity and depression, and I kept having to pour more on top of it to try to get some relief. And thankfully for me, I got off the descending elevator fairly early on in my life, but I still have tried in more subtle forms to blot out that connection because it seems too painful and too much trouble. You know, comfort in and of itself can become a god. You know, I just want to be comfortable. I don't want to experience any discomfort. It's very subtle. The disease is very subtle. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may keep pouring out what I receive. I pray that I may keep the stream clear and flowing. I gotta give it away to keep it. And, you know, the best way to learn something is to teach it as well. And from what I understand of the early days of Alcoholics Anonymous, you were sponsored in, you went through the steps in a 1 week intensive, and at the end of that week you were expected to sponsor new people. Apparently there were that many new people coming in. So that's pretty intense, you know? So, and it's been around all this time, and it's still around. And best I can tell, it's not going anywhere. So I'll keep coming back. I hope y'all do too. Chin up, aim up, rise up. Love ya.